It's kind of been a hot second since I sat down and filmed myself. Um, I don't know, but today, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about art and the how AI is getting a lot more prominent and like all that kind of stuff. And just thinking about how when I was a child or even obviously before that when I was a kid and I would see Picasso paintings or um you know the Mona Lisa or whatever, I'd be like, damn, that is kind of boring. I've seen that a million times. But when people from that time period like looked at those paintings, they would be maybe not from that time period, artists after that time period would look at that painting and would be like, "Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous." And it's I maybe I'm just not creative enough, not enough of an artist brained person, but I think part of what makes something art is in itself originality and irony and um the feeling and thought evoked by it. And since AI doesn't have, and behind it, and since AI doesn't have really any feelings behind it, it's weird that it can evoke feeling. And it's weird, honestly, that it can just lie. And, you know, like, informationally, obviously, art can't really lie, per se. But, you know, it's just a whole thing. And I think that, if if art is created in the current day, I feel like one of the aspects, a lot of the art I like hones in on is nostalgia. So old movies, old books, old whatever. And recently David Lynch died, for example, and he was my second favorite director, second only to Sofia Coppola, because she's obviously wow. Um, and he was a wonderful director. And I feel as though, in at least in the film industry, he was one of the last true artists. Well, Sofia Coppola and him, obviously, because, you know, but I feel like people like that are some of the last true artists. And to see artists dying out is just so heartbreaking to me. And I'll I'll go on Instagram or something and scroll through my page and see 30 Basquiat copies, and it's oh my gosh, come on, you can't copy someone else for your whole life, but it at the same time, it feels like there's nothing that you can't replicate, you know? It feels like there's no way to be fully original, but also you don't have to go and copy every aspect of someone's work, because that's copying. That's, it's immoral. And it's just I feel like so many people lack passion nowadays and lack passion about the hatred of lacking passion, if you catch my drift. But I don't know, I feel like so many people don't will say they're artists and draw beautiful things, be have the skills of an artist, just not the brain of one. So it's um you know, it's you'll write poetry and you'll be able to rhyme all the words, but it doesn't, you don't feel anything from it. And that's not if you're especially if you're looking into art as a career path, it's not sustainable, because you're gonna be tired, and then people are gonna, and then you're gonna try to find something to write about, and then you're just gonna be nothing that I actually have experienced that I'm passionate about. None of that is something my readers would want to read, or my buyers would want to buy, or whatever. And that's why passion is such an important part of artists, and that's why all the artists that have gone down in history as artists have been so passionate about their work. and have been recorded to be so passionate. And it breaks my heart that people think that art should just be this like, oh, I can like, create a small business and I can get paid for doing putting random splotches of paint on a paper. No, that's not what art is. You're not selling art. You're fucking selling you're selling bullshit to rich people who don't know what to do with their money. That it breaks my heart. And I love, I love a lot of modern art. I think a lot of it means a lot to people, and I think a lot of it has a lot to say. But like my computer screen almost died. But anyway, um, I think a lot of modern art has a lot to say, but I think as we, as modern art started going from, the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, I think it started slowly dying. And now it's no longer modern art. It's art. It's like everything else. And more people will make art that they themselves don't understand, and not in a I don't understand this, I need to express it way, but more in a I don't understand this, I don't care what I put onto this paper. It's okay, people will buy whatever I put. And it makes me so sad because it's not art. It's a pencil to paper. It's paint to a canvas. It's words on a screen. I don't know where I got typewriter from. Um, but and with music, especially with music, so many industry plants, it's unreal. And I'll like I don't know, I listen to a lot of 90s shit, so I'll be like, wow, this person was really pouring their heart out. And you know, sometimes it'll be an industry plant. Um, like, and a lot of like gimmicky bands. Oh, it make me so mad. Like Slipknot, I cannot listen to like Slipknot. I can't listen to Ghost, whatever. They piss me off. I hate gimmicky bands. That's a whole nother topic. But like I feel like like so much of the music industry is industry plants that it's scary. You have to like work around and figure out how to weed that out. And it's terrifying because it's like, what if this small artist that I listen to is actually this massive corporation that I don't want to support? It's terrifying. And it's terrifying that AI is allowed to take our voices and take our information and take our art, our real art, and put it into like like put it into a computer and then sift out everything that they want to give you. And it's terrifying, it's horrifying, and it's horrible for like it's horrible for artists, it's horrible for creatives, it's horrible for anyone who wants to express themselves. And on a kind of different note, I think that's why so many people are so nihilistic nowadays, because there's no way to truly express yourself anymore without being called corny, without being called edgy, without being called, oh, everyone feels that way, and there's no way to like put art out into the world where people will be like, wow, that is beautiful, because everyone's already seen everything. And I guess it's kind of a paradox because art isn't supposed to be what people want it to be, but some artists need to live, some artists need to, you know, some people to keep going need reassurance. And it's like the more sometimes it feels like the more fake art that is created, the less the less real art that is created. And I don't know, it just makes me feel um very apathetic and very sad about the current state of creatives. Um okay, that's all I have to say. Bye.